Hey guys.
Wait, I wanted to pull up some music. Anyways, I was thinking about, because Diana usually does the intro, so I was thinking about what I was gonna say, like, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. But how come you don't? And I was thinking, how come you can't say good night? Like, good night is like bye.
Yeah.
You know, like good morning is hello. Isn't that kind of crappy? You should be able to say good night.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
But anyways, hi everybody. I'm your host, Dave. Diana is out tonight. She's under the weather, but we're doing a special sensitivity training. It's an Oscar preview show. This is my friend, Ben Johnson.
Thank you for having me, Dave. I love your bow tie and your jacket.
Thank you.
And your mustache.
My hair. Ben is a movie watcher, and so
I do watch movies, it's true.
So we were gonna talk about the upcoming Oscars and give our opinions, and what else was I gonna say?
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Are you glad that the Oscars are supposedly becoming less racist?
What you mean, like, because they've taken some measures to do something, or?
Yeah, supposedly.
Yeah,
I know
well,
they're Chris Rock is hosting, and they're gonna have Kevin Hart as a presenter. I'm sure Tyler Perry. But the first thing I have written down in my notes is Dave really a racist? Probe. So this is me probing.
No. Well, I think I don't think Hollywood. Well, to answer that about me, I thought of this joke for actually Diana a couple weeks ago, but I didn't get to use it. But if it looks like a duck and it quacks like racist shit, it's probably a racist duck, you know? It's probably white. But
Chris Rock has to use that during the Academy Award show.
But I haven't gotten the wording right yet. But
So
I was thinking,
sorry, go ahead.
if it looks like a dog, it sounds racist. It's a racist dog. I don't know. But
I don't quite understand it, but I think that makes it funnier, probably, to me.
But so yeah, if Diana were here, she'd be kind of like moving along. You know, I'm better at like reacting, not like.
Okay, well, I'll try to move us along then. So, Best Picture. We're just gonna go through all the Best Pictures.
Yeah, or maybe let's or like lead up to that.
Okay.
Like the Oscars do, they start off with more stuff that nobody cares about, like writers.
You want to talk about the sound editing?
Actually, that's funny that you said that, because I was looking at it. We have the nominees in front of us, and I was like, yeah, that's, I think, my favorite category of movies. But
yeah, it's pretty good.
But
how did I do this? I totally forgot about Star Wars.
Yeah, no.
Star Wars is not nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah, there were like, yeah. So I guess one thing I wanted to, before we talk about some things, is did you think it was a good year in your estimation of movies?
I thought it was a great year. There's so much, and this is such a generic word, but content out there that I think every year is a great year. I mean, my problem is just trying to see as much of it as I can. I've only seen 4 out of the 8 best pictures.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the Academy Awards don't hold much weight for me.
Yeah.
I just love the pageantry of it, and I want to see, Brad Pitt after he's gotten a facial and a new haircut and manicure, and I want to see the pretty faces like everyone else. But as far as what it means for the movies, I don't really care.
Yeah, people make fun of it because it's just these rich, good-looking people congratulating themselves, but I'll always enjoy it a little bit. And yeah, it doesn't...
Right, we all enjoy it.
Usually the best picture, you don't really agree with, but
like what won last year? I couldn't tell you. Right?
Yeah, because that what was I don't remember last
Titanic?
year.
I don't know.
I think it was 12 Years a Slave, like 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Argo was 3 years ago, so we do remember those ones.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of like you don't remember who won the World Series sort of thing. But
exactly.
but I think it was a great year because you look at the best pictures, but then you realize that like, I'd like to go over some overlooked movies later, but like Inside Out and Star Wars and all these movies are 2015 movies.
Which Inside Out is nominated for Best Animated, so it does get some love from the Academy. Those racist bastards.
Yeah, but so I think, as far as all the white actors being nominated, I think it's just like the people probably don't watch the movies, and so they see Judi Dench. They see Judi Dench's name, and so they always just like vote for her without watching anything. I think that's their problem. So like Sicario, for instance, is one of my favorite movies of this year. But I think
you and I saw together.
Yeah, and one of the only things the major things it was nominated for was cinematography, and the cinematographer was Roger Deakins. So I'm wondering if people, because that movie was awesome, but people probably see Roger Deakins and say, all right, I'll nominate him. So I think it's just Judi Dench syndrome.
Well, I would say that Roger Deakins he probably
Deserves
is the
it.
best working cinematographer, and his movies are always flawless.
But Sicario should have gotten, got more play.
You didn't turn your phone off?
No.
I turned mine off.
No, Dinah yells at me because sometimes I start texting on the show. But, hey, Dinah.
Just let me know when you want to start talking about the best picture.
Towards the end.
Okay.
Because, so we're also bringing tonight our first Fecal Matters. We've hinted at it on previous shows, but we got a great poop story for you. But I guess, can we talk about the writing, and we can maybe say who we would pick, and
sure.
Maybe
I'm just gonna. That's easy for me, Tarantino.
Who wasn't nominated?
Who wasn't even nominated.
But so for writing for best adapted screenplays, The Big Short, Brooklyn, Carol, The Martian, and Room. Not to be confused with The Room.
Right. One of our favorites, The Room.
And original screenplay was Bridge of Spies, Ex Machina, Inside Out, Spotlight, and Straight Outta Compton.
So I haven't seen any of the adapted screenplays, and I've seen 4 out of the 5 original screenplays. The one I haven't seen being Straight Outta Compton,
which I thought was really good.
That's what I've heard, yeah.
Overlooked, but I think I saw it a long time ago, and maybe it's like 2.5 hours, and I think maybe the last hour kind of drags on and kind of becomes kind of like cliche, like the downfall, like in bio. Movies.
That was why I didn't rush out to see it, because I thought it was just going to be a glamorization of NWA and
yeah. But I think I saw it pretty early on in a packed theater, and it was just like it sucked me in right away. It was really
nice.
It was really good. But I guess, but my favorite out of those would be probably. So I really like The Big Short and Room, because Room was, I see a lot of movies each year. I just like that it was something different, as opposed to like an original screenplay. I don't know, maybe I'd go Inside Out or something. I didn't really look at these beforehand, but Bridge of Spies, Bridge of Spies,
which we also saw together.
Yeah,
we both enjoyed.
Eric.
Yeah, we saw it with Eric Adams.
And I watched it recently with Elga, and she really liked it. But just I love that part where he's like trying to get the cab or something. He's like, God damn it, his light was on.
Yeah.
God damn it, wasn't his light? Or something like that. But to me, it was like a perfectly nice movie. But and so I think it was one of Elga's favorite of the year. But
nice.
It just didn't. I was looking for something different to excite me this year.
Yeah, I would say it's good, not great, like most of Spielberg's recent movies. I think he's sort of lost his punch a little bit, which is fine. I mean, how many times can you make Jaws and Raiders of the Lost Ark? So he can pretty much do whatever he wants now, and he does. It's directors like Tarantino and Paul Thomas Anderson are the two ones that I think pack the most punch now. And they always kind of get overlooked by the Oscars for some reason, or at least Paul PTA's last two movies, which I thought were fantastic. So
yeah, yeah. Or maybe like early on they were kind of like the hot new thing, but now
yeah.
But I know There Will Be Blood was that was the No Country for Old Men year, and so that was
right
the big year. But yeah, so Tarantino didn't even get nominated.
That's a snub. Maybe they did it because he wears FUBU and loves black culture. Just the association.
Wait, so do you think the Oscars, what is it, Oscars So White, you think they are kind of stupid and blind?
Yeah, well, I think it's a case of this country is, shockingly racist. it's really no secret. But we're making progress, I hope, slowly.
Yeah, so we were talking before, Gods of Egypt is coming out this week, and I think it's an all-white cast except for, like, what is it, Chadwick Boseman or something?
That's a great name.
The guy who I think played Jackie Robinson in a movie, and I think he's the new Black Panther in the superhero movies. But
he played James Brown too.
Oh yeah,
in the James Brown biopic. So he's really good. Yeah,
playing historical characters, but I think he made fun of the movie because it's just all white. But like,
well, I mean, Jesus is. To most Americans, Jesus is this white guy. He looks like the lead singer of a rock band, which he was an Arab Jew. So
I wish I wish I had. I watched some video recently. Where did I watch it? But it just shows all the recent movies like Exodus. Where no, it was on John Oliver's show on HBO. How Christian Bale and Joel Edgerton are playing like Moses and
right.
What was his name? Ramses,
yeah.
And so, and I guess what's the Ridley Scott, the director, said like, well, I can't make a $200 million picture movie with like starring like Muhammad, whatever.
It's true.
Yeah. So, but I guess like, so like, as far as the acting nominations though, Michael B. Jordan in Creed wasn't nominated, or Will Smith, who I don't really like, and he, as soon as I saw the commercial for Concussion, I was like, that's Oscar bait, and
right.
And I didn't want to see that, but I'm sure that's the type of role that you get nominated for, but
right.
Yeah.
I have a comment to make about Eddie Redmayne. He stars as a is it transgender, or is it just he's dressing up as a woman?
Yeah, because I didn't see that. I kind of wanted to see it, but I don't know. It's old, so I assume he's just cross-dressing, but...
Okay. He seems like the new Daniel Day-Lewis, where he just goes above and beyond for every role now and really gets into every role.
Yeah.
Wasn't he nominated last year or 2 years ago for Stephen Hawking?
Last year.
So he's going for 2 in a row. So he really seems to be that knockout actor right now who goes above and beyond. And I have an idea for his next movie could be a combination of those two called The Gay Scientist. I mean, I think that's a winning title, The Gay Scientist. Who wouldn't go see that?
Yeah.
Starring Eddie Redmayne.
And
minimum 10 Oscars.
Co-starring
Judi Dench.
No, or I was going to say Will Ferrell, but
Judi Dench playing Eddie Redmayne's father. I mean,
but
we're crossing both ways.
Well, the gay scientist who also has some like disease or something.
Yeah, probably.
But I haven't seen his movies, like, I don't know, I just don't like those type of movies that, like I think it was that, what is it, The Theory of Everything last year and The Imitation Game. I was just like...
Yeah, I didn't see either of those.
I was like, those are Oscar movies, keep them away from it. But
Right, yeah. Sometimes the fact that a movie is nominated for an Oscar will prevent me from seeing it. Like, I'll think it's just cheesy.
Yeah. So you weren't saying you really like, because you compared him to Daniel Day-Lewis.
I'm sure he's great. I haven't really seen him in much. I mean, the last thing I saw him in was what was that one, Mercury Rising with Channing Tatum, which I only went to because a friend wanted to go see it, and I felt bad for her. It was terrible.
But yeah, I guess I kind of don't like him, but I should probably see his movies before I.
No, Jupiter Ascending. Jupiter Ascending.
Yeah,
Yes, okay. Mercury Rising is another movie, I think, with Bruce Willis back in the day. Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's oh, Channing Tatum. Wait, so we're about halfway through the show. If I could, I wanted to do some sound effect, but let's do fecal matters.
Yes.
Real quick. It'll take let's see. Alga texting me something about checking my phone.
He's texting with his girlfriend right now. Sorry.
But let me just find. So I said something about like send us your funny poop stories a couple weeks ago, and I got a huge response. I mean, you guys really let the floodgates open. And so the first one I wanted to do has a tie-in with a Hollywood movie star, but unfortunately I can't say who it is. But this fan of the show said, I'm just going to read the conversation we had. You know I have the absolute best poop story that will win your contest. And so I told her it wasn't really a contest.
You should also keep in mind that I know this friend too. She's a very good friend of mine. She's been known to tell a tall tale or two, or make the tale a little taller than it actually was.
I wonder.
I love her, but
I think I was allowed to say movie star. But anyways, and she said, "Is that a fake mustache?"
the mustache is real.
So
it's real and it's wonderful.
Keep in mind, this is a small, tiny, fragile girl. I don't know about fragile, but little girl that's telling this poop story. So this was like 6 years ago. I went to the Madonna concert with her friend, and we got really drunk. Her friend had to drive the movie star to the airport the next day, but she was too drunk from the Madonna concert, I guess. So our friend went with her friend to the movie star's house and drove him to the airport and then hung out at his house after. So she had to go number 2 really bad. Mm-hmm. So she went downstairs and then tried to flush it, but it didn't work. And so then she hears, as she's trying to flush it, her friend saying, "Don't use the downstairs bathroom, it's being renovated."
Yeesh.
And so she was like, "Oh my God, WTF do I do? I'm hungover, and I just took a big hungover poop in this movie star's bathroom, and it's broken, and now I can't flush it." And so without being too gross, like she didn't already go there, I was able to get it down the toilet and make it look like it hadn't been used.
What? How? Did you know the specifics?
So I said in all caps, "How did you get it down the toilet?" And she said she pushed it down with the toilet bowl cleaner. And so anyways, I think they blamed it on one of the workers that were working on the bathroom, and so she got away with it.
That's what I would have done.
But I guess she told her friend. She said she's a 100-pound girl. I don't shit that much.
Well, let's hope she does on a regular basis. Stay regular.
Yeah, stay regular, yeah.
Yeah.
Diane used to do a health show, so that's why I always thought the poop kind of tied in. But anyways,
Yeah. So you want to start talking about movies again?
yeah, that's this week's Fecal Matters. Hopefully you enjoyed it.
I did, actually.
Yeah, send in your poop stories.
Yeah.
jtoolscctv@gmail.com. All right.
His AOL name used to be Poop Tiger. He's got a thing for it.
Yeah.
So can we talk about the Best Picture nominees now?
Yeah, or wait, so we have 7 minutes left. Let's quickly just go through, let's just pick who you would, out of the nominees, who you would pick for
Sure.
leading actor, leading actress, and director.
Okay.
Maybe director first.
I gotta go with Leo for leading actor. That's the obvious choice.
So it's Bryan Cranston, Matt Damon, Leonardo DiCaprio, Michael Fassbender, and Eddie Redmayne.
People complain about his performance in The Revenant because he doesn't really talk that much, but he just emotes, and he went there and he lived it, He went in the freezing cold water. That's how bad he wants the Oscar. So this is sort of like a lifetime Oscar too, because he's, what's eating Gilbert Grape? This boy's life, he was amazing. So give him the golden statue finally. Actress in a leading role?
Yeah, or could I just comment on that? So Leo, I don't have a problem if he wins it. I like him a lot, but I think I would go with Michael Fassbender. Did you see Steve Jobs?
I haven't.
But I just thought he was dynamite.
Yeah, love me some Fazzy. And I haven't seen any of the movies with the actress nominee.
But you can just pick Kate Blanchett.
I love Saoirse Ronan because she's Irish and she's great. When I flew to Dublin, a big picture of her was the first thing I saw.
Really?
I have a very positive association with her.
But yeah, so Kate Blanchett is kind of like Judi Dench, but I think she deserves all the. She's like a Meryl.
She's always fantastic. Yeah.
But I think I would go with Brie Larson just because. She didn't wear makeup for most of the movie.
That's brave.
I'm just kidding.
Coming from two guys on TV who are not wearing any makeup, they're looking very blotchy, probably.
But yeah, I just thought her character was unlike anything you'd ever seen. So I just thought she was really good. So you're gonna go with Suarez.
Yeah, Saoirse Ronan, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, and then supporting role.
No, or maybe just directing.
Wow, gotta go with The Revenant again. That was probably my favorite movie of the year. Inarritu, loved it.
More than Mad Max.
That would be my second. Mad Max was amazing. I was balls to the walls. I loved it.
Yeah, Mad Max I don't think was the best movie of the year. I think it was one of the best movies ever.
One of the best action movies. I agree. Yeah.
And I have something actually I want to talk about that maybe more later. But so, all right, let's just jump to Best Picture.
Okay. So I saw Spotlight last night in preparation for this, which we'll probably talk about Spotlight for 30 seconds, but I was into it. I really enjoyed it. It was cool to see a movie set in Boston, except that it was about 90 priests raping countless children. Awful. It was devastating. But yeah, it was very well done. What stood out to me was actually the drabness of the sets and the costumes. Khaki, just very monotone, sort of work-a-day settings, and it kind of echoed back to All the President's Men, where they didn't really have time to eat. They were eating junk food as they could.
Yeah,
they were working so hard, so dedicated to their jobs.
Yeah, like Mark Ruffalo's little apartment,
Yeah.
reminded me. But yes,
he had some real tics, and I'm wondering how much of those tics are his own tics, or how much of it was based off of the person in real life, the reporter.
Yeah.
Didn't he seem like very quirky? I mean, he had the Jim Carrey Dumb and Dumber haircut.
Yeah,
first.
people were laughing. I've talked about on the show before when I saw it, laughing at him. But yeah, so I thought it was really good, but maybe because of the subject matter or something, it's just like, but All the President's Men, like, I don't know. It just like, like Bridge of Spies, it was very nice, or maybe like perfect or something, but it just didn't have the flavor that, because I love All the President's Men, you know, so.
Right. Well, we'll see how it ages.
Yeah.
I thought it was very well done. And I have an obsession, it's from True Detective Season 2, with Rachel McAdams' hair. Like, I don't necessarily think she's the most beautiful actress, but I do have an attraction to her, and her hair is always amazing. Like, the blonde, the platinum, almost platinum blonde hair in Spotlight. It just, I could watch that for 8 hours. Is that strange? I don't know, but loved her hair.
Wait, so what else, or let's say what, out of the 4 movies that you saw, which would be your favorite?
The Revenant, Mad Max would be a
Okay.
close second.
And what about something that wasn't nominated?
Hateful Eight and Hail Caesar and Sicario. I loved all 3 of those.
Hail
I could
Caesar
do a whole
was-
show of Hail Caesar.
2016.
Oh, okay. So next year.
But,
But I think they pushed it back because they didn't think it would be in Oscar contention, which
Yeah.
seems silly.
yeah, so Mad Max was my favorite movie of the year, and I was reading an article about how if Mel Gibson had reprised his role, it would have been that much better. And so I was like, what? But then I was like, what? But then I read the article, and they said how, like, can you imagine another actor playing Rocky in the new Creed movie, and just how Sylvester Stallone adds that much like history to it. So
True.
I thought that was
The
interesting.
fact that Mel Gibson is a crazy racist, like, doesn't really make me miss him in movies, you know?
But
Braveheart, but
yeah, and so so Inside Out, Hateful Eight, Sicario was one of my favorites of the year. Straight Outta Compton, I like. To a lesser extent, Ex Machina and Star Wars.
Ex Machina was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Short I didn't see, but the only thing I had to say about that was that it looked like a real sausage fest, you know?
I like,
I'm
Yeah.
kidding. I don't even like that term, but
but it's based on a real thing. But yeah, The Big Short and Room were